and a very, very warm welcome to Beanbag Banter with Bansi Bhatt. I know that I had been undercover, and well, for those of you who follow me, do know that I was out of the country for some time, attending to some important issues, which took slightly longer than I expected. But I am back now, all charged, and this time round, I do have a very, very interesting story to share with you on Bin Bag Banter with Bansi Bhatt on episode number 21. So, I was away in Mumbai for over a month, and as mentioned, sorting out some important issues, which took a bit of time. And while I was there, my husband and I decided, one day we decided to just go for a walk outside our hotel and just explore Mumbai on foot for a change. Now, for those of you who have been to Mumbai, I'm sure you all will agree with me when I say that walking on the roads of Mumbai is no joke. I mean, you got to be a pro in crossing those roads because otherwise, the next thing you see yourself lying in the air and you will not even know what hit you. Like, everyone is just in a rush to get to somewhere or the other. That's what Mumbai is all about. Milind and I were, of course, walking down a lane and came across this very bright and beautiful cafe. And the cafe was called Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe. And we thought of going inside and just seeing what the cafe has got to offer. So, we were welcomed by young, smiling faces who showed us our way to our table. And one of them then gave us the menu. So, while going through the menu, I came across this section on the right hand side corner where there was a different price list for how do I put it, for the less fortunate people, meaning if anyone walks into the cafe and has no money or little money, he or she will not leave the place without a meal. In other words, you do not leave empty stomach once you get into that cafe. How cool is that? So it was my first time to ever see something like this. Normally, we only have fixed, costs on a menu. If you can afford it, well and good. If you cannot afford it, you are free to leave. But at Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe, the concept was very different. And that made me ask one of the people working there, who was the manager by the name of Kushbu, that why do they have this facility at this particular place? Well, her response left us shocked. She went ahead telling us that this cafe is actually run by a former street child by the name Mr. Amin Sheikh. And all the people working here were on the streets of Mumbai. Later, they were taken in by a renowned orphanage called Snehasadan, and now this cafe has changed their lives. Amin believes that he would not want anyone to go through what he has been through in his childhood. And therefore, anyone who walks in that cafe or anyone who works in that cafe will definitely get a meal with or without money. Because Amin has spent, nights where he has not had food, where he has not had good sleep, and that is a kind of a situation that he wants to avoid. He's trying to protect the street children nowadays, and this is the kind of job that Mr. Amin Sheikh is doing. Now, Amin has also written a book on his life, which I did read. This is the book that I'm talking about, which says, Life is life. I am because of you. And that's where they say that Amin was a boy like many others, tired of his life at home. He and his sister Sabira ran away. They spent 3 years in Bombay stations. Then they were picked up by Sister Seraphine and Father Placido Fonseca, who took them into Snehasadan, a home for homeless children. There, Amin grew up under the care of Father Placido Francesca. So this book is worth a read, my dear viewers and listeners. I read the book and I was blown away. So, this is the book that I'm talking about, where it says that nothing is impossible. A true inspiration he is. It was a pity that on that particular day that when we visited the cafe, Amin had stepped out, and therefore we were unable to meet him. But at Bin Bag Banter with Bansi Bhatt, we managed to get hold of him, and today he's here with us, and he is going to share with us and take us through his life from the time that he was living on the streets, what he did for survival, and how he was taken into the orphanage at Snæseden, and how that changed his way of life and thinking. My lovely viewers and listeners, it gives me great pleasure to welcome Mr. Amin Sheikh, all the way from Mumbai, to on Bin Bag Banter today, the proud owner of Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe, the cafe that I have been talking about, a cafe like none other. From the bottom of my heart, Amin, thank you so much for being here today.
You're
There's
welcome,
so
ma'am.
much there's a lot I want to know from you, and I just hope that we can cover it in a good time span. So, should we get started, Amin?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
So, firstly, I mean, I just wanted to know that more about your background in terms of your family, of course, where they are
Mhm.
today. Are you in touch with them, or is everything on your own? Tell us more about yourself.
Okay, so about my family, I've been born in a very poor family. My father was a alcoholic. My mother was working in a house and cleaning some people house and all. We live in a very bad condition. I mean, you cannot say house, but we live on the
Mhm.
street with the metal roof
Uh
on it.
huh.
And when my father and my mother they got married, they never met each other. Never.
Yeah.
They not
Yeah.
even seen the photos of each other that getting married. They got
Uh huh.
married, arranged marriage. That's something in India is very common.
Common. Uh huh.
And still, I mean, this I'm talking about my life 43 years back, but
Right.
still today, 43 years, still people are doing the same
Mm-hmm.
mistakes, same way. And I think it's not fair. I think when
Right.
someone married, it's very important to know about the person, how it is, what it is. So
Exactly.
sadly, my father did not have a place, no home, but he got married. The
Hmm.
honeymoon was in the factory. I born
Hmm.
9 months later. And after that, they did not stop there. Even
Right.
though they have no money, no home, they
Uh-huh.
keep continuing. After that, two sister. I have two sister.
Right.
After me, I have two sister. So we
Uh-huh.
are three, brother and sister, including me.
Okay.
And
Okay.
when I become a 5 years old, I begin to work. I
Hmm.
begin to work in a different small factories and small shop.
Right.
Main job, what I remember that I start working in a tea shop when by the time my mother my father got separated. My
Right.
mother married a man who was my stepfather. My
Uh-huh.
stepfather did not know what is a love. My
Uh-huh.
father was alcoholic, but he did not raise the hand on me. He did
Right.
not been hard with me. But my stepfather has been super hard. My mother become more harder than ever.
Right. Right.
So it was a
Right.
very not a loving family story. It was a
True.
very
True.
bitter and harmful family that you like just like animals. You just want to put the load on this
Exactly.
animal and say like let's
Exactly.
carry on.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
begin to work for
Absolutely.
2 rupees for 8 to 12 hours in the
Mm-hmm.
factories in a bakery, and then I changed my last job where all the tragedy happened that
Right.
I that 2 rupees nothing is now, but that those days the 2 rupees was feeding my whole family. My two
Oh.
sister, my stepfather, my mother, my father never worked. Also,
Hmm.
the stepfather
Hmm.
was very different. I don't know how this kind of personality. I mean, if I don't work, I mean, I need to feed my child. I will think about it.
Exactly.
And I think it's
Exactly.
very important. But then someone is just having a child and it's like, okay, something will fall from the sky. Nothing will fall from the
Nothing
sky
before. Exactly.
and that's how feeding my family. But one day I broke all the glass, all the tea, and there where I have to start running.
Uh-huh.
I run to the railway station. I came to railway station when I saw. I'm not going to go more deeper part, but I'm going to
Uh-huh.
explain you the visual eyes. How
Yeah.
the first thing was a very shock for me. A lot of people ask me, "Where is your father? Where is your mother?" I did not talk to anybody. I just remained there many hours looking for many characters that I did not see before as living with my mother or with my father.
Right.
That so many children were sleeping on the street, begging on the street, picking up the food from the garbage and eating the food from the garbage.
Hmm.
Many characters, and
Yeah.
some children were singing in the train. Some children were doing wood polish. I did not know. In back of my mind is going on what character I should become now.
Play.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And finally, I tried to go home, but I'm not brave enough because I knew what can happen to me when I enter
Right.
in that home.
Yeah.
But finally, I came and fall asleep. And the first night only somebody come and rape me. I could not
Oh,
understand why this man doing to me, why
yeah.
is hurting to me. I have no
Oh,
idea.
exactly.
Really, I have no idea what is
Yeah.
sex. Or when
Yeah.
5 years old kid, what he understand about
You would
sex and this kind
exactly.
of,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
but being as a boy, imagine this happened to me. Think for
Hmm.
1 second, what can happen to girls?
Girls,
Anyhow, girls,
exactly.
anyhow that I mean, girls in our country is not even the respect, because most of girls born in this country as a born as a marriage and give the birth to the baby, and then they become, the
That's
same
it.
routine,
Yeah,
and
absolutely. The
that's
circle.
something.
Yeah.
This is not only my story. Being as a boy, that's what happened. 1,000 million women raped, killed
Yes.
overnight. Nobody knows where it's gone,
Nobody
what happened
knows.
to her.
Yeah.
No, and nobody even bother about it. Nobody even cares about it. And it's
True.
just,
True.
I mean, if nobody cares about the one child being on the street, how someone want to show you mercy on an adult?
Adults.
Just think for
Exactly.
1 second.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's how I
Absolutely.
lived for like this for 3 years.
Hmm.
First thing I learned how to beg, I learned how to raw, I learned with the time how to do different things, carrying the suitcase on my head as a
Uh-huh.
coolie,
Coolie,
then
huh?
start wood polish, start singing in the train. I remember still when I start singing in the train, people make fun of me. Hey, गाना गाने को नहीं आता है, गाना गाने चला चल भाग यहाँ से. So that means you don't know how to sing and you're singing here. You know,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
being
yeah.
as a child of 5 years, I think child doesn't know if he's a good singer or bad singer. But
Hmm.
I knew on that moment, all I'm trying to do is to survive.
Right,
And
right,
that was the whole idea, and that's what my life was. Remain on the street,
right,
and that's what
right.
I was trying to do, and trying to make living on the street by doing
Hmm.
different odd things, many things. There's nothing left in my life I'm not done.
That you haven't tried.
I done everything. I work in a prostitution area, becoming working for alcoholic people, working for drugs people, working for many things that I have seen so close in my life that nothing is afraid me to lose
To
anything in my
lose.
life, because
Exactly.
life is a very temporary, and life is a very, fragile in a
Hmm.
way.
Hmm.
As long you're strong enough mentally, physically in your heart, and you
Right.
fight against whatever it comes. I mean,
Uh-huh.
that's the only, because no one was there being as a child to take care of me. Then slowly,
Exactly.
slowly, angel doesn't fall from the sky, but yes, angel came to my life. First angel was there are a lot of different small angel parts, but
Uh-huh.
one of the angels came that called Sister Seraphim,
Uh-huh.
and then she came and everything got, my sister was there on the station for me with me 3 days. Somebody robbed my
Yeah.
sister. I will not go
Ah.
so deep as
Yeah.
explain, but
But I think
I'll
your
try
book
to give you.
says your book does have those details as well.
Yeah, book has a
Yeah.
lot of details
Yeah.
and more tender part to it. And
Uh-huh.
finally is someone robbed my sister, and we
Huh.
found my sister. But basically, my sister, if I have not found today, maybe she could be a prostitute, or she could not be even exist.
Exactly.
But yes,
Exactly.
my sister is with me thanks to Sister Seraphine.
Huh.
She is a nun in uh, in Mumbai, and she's still
Uh-huh.
alive now,
Okay.
96, 97 years old.
Oh,
She's still
bless.
alive,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. She lose her mind and is recognizing. She doesn't recognize me anymore,
Okay.
and she found me and she brought me to Snehasadan, and where the most beautiful home of my life that I have seen, that's called one of the best home called Snehasadan, homeless for homeless children, and everything changed my life. It took me time to be settled, to be, because in that 3 years, 5 to 8, I lost the trust. I don't believe in anybody.
Right.
I don't agree what is the love of the colors, or what
Right.
people are talking about the love. It just all falls, and it just sentences are called a sentence love. But in reality, the love was not exist for me in my life, and 1,000 million life like me.
Absolutely.
So for us,
Absolutely.
the love what was meaning is we learn in Snehasadan was not exclusive thing, but we had the basic thing in our life. And then
Yeah.
yes, I grew up in a Snehasadan, one of the most love given and the best feeling of families. Understand what is a family means, and that's how make me today what I am. I could be a criminal, I could be a rapist, I could be a drug seller. I think that
Exactly.
unconditional love had changed
Hmm.
everything in me, thanks to the greatest man of our life, Father Placido Fonseca, who
Yeah.
also has a big role in my life. And without Father Placido, without all that sweet didis, auntie, uncles, and all my childhood friends, my
Right.
best buddies, my brothers, what I call them from other
Uh-huh.
mothers, and
Yeah.
we all, we We did not ever count in religions, or we look at it each other as a religion or low caste or high caste. All we have look at it, we have one home and we have big family,
That's
and
it.
we are different colors, different way of belief, and we was under one roof, and it was something, a basic thing make us grow what we are today. We never
Absolutely.
had exclusive thing in our orphanage, but we
Yes.
grew up in a very beautiful way by love of people. And whoever came, even they came for 2 hours, they give their little kindness of love that make us understand things can be changed in a way,
Changed. Exactly.
and
Exactly.
that's something what it's one change to other change, one change to other change. I was a very bad student. I hate study, and I hate study after reaching to seventh class, and I realized that people, the whole world been talking about for last 40 years. I'm listening that education is so important. Education
Mm-hmm.
going to a better world. Education going to bring a better change.
Right.
Education going to build a much humanity and a strong humanity. But it's all fall. It's all lie. Education is the only thing had destroyed the world.
Uh-huh.
It's all profit and loss, all lying each other. How it start with the college, school, how to lie, how to cheat, how to lie,
Uh-huh.
how to cheat, how to lie. Where we supposed to teach our children, our future. That
True.
many parents, even including my mother and including other peoples around me in my world, I listen. The children are future. Why children are future when you
Uh-huh.
can't be a future for a child?
Right.
You
Right. Right.
cannot ask. No human being has right in this planet to ask
Mhm.
you asking a children to be a future. Why children has to be a future when you can be a future?
Cannot.
you know
Exactly. Exactly.
you cannot expect one child to born in this world. My love, my child, you have to be a future of this world. Why? You have to
Uh-huh.
be a future for me
For
being as
me
a
to
baby.
exact.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly, you can't be asking me as a child to be a future of you.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah. No.
think no child ever said
Absolutely.
to any parents, Papa, Mama, I want to come to this world, or
Hmm.
Father, Mother, I want to born in this world. Any father,
Uh-huh.
mother in the planet has bring the child to the world in this planet. Is their responsibility to make sure child is okay.
True.
No
True. At
human
least
being
with the
has the right
basic
if they
needs.
don't know. And this is the biggest problem I see in around the
Hmm.
world, not
Hmm.
only India but around the world. People want to be a father and mother, but then they forget what their responsibility is. you know
Is.
and in this responsibility, how they lying, including their own child. And I think it's very important to be honest with your child, be how you are, be who
Hmm.
you are, not to fall, not to lie. And I think that's something what make you today one day what you are really,
What you are.
not what you are not.
Absolutely.
And that's something what I learned by people around me, good, bad, all the try to show me one faces, but then the real face is something
There's
else.
something
you know
different. Yeah.
and then I never study, never went to school, never went to college. But here I am, and my sister was very good in education, and she became a nurse,
Oh,
finished her
wow.
college in the city, and she became a nurse with Doctor Without Border (MSF),
Uh-huh.
and official. She started working with them for she worked for 15 years,
Oh, wow.
and now she's left the job, and she's married. Last now 2 years she's married.
Oh,
She live in Goa, and
nice.
she now working with a big organization in Goa with the NGO. I'm very proud of my sister. She's
Oh,
not the prostitute.
bless.
She's not
Uh-huh.
living in the street. She becomes somebody is more
She became,
beautiful, more better than
exactly. She
ever
made a
you can
life.
imagine. And she taking care of people around her and doing beautiful work. And I'm very
So,
proud of my sister,
so that's
Sabira.
Sabira, right?
And
Yeah, Sabira.
that's Sabira, and me become a paper boy. From paper boy, become a auto driver. Auto driver, illegal. Very become a very rude, rough. Again,
Uh-huh.
like acting like mafia. इसको तोड़ डालेगा, उसको फोड़ डालेगा. I will kill this one. I will kill. I used to fight with the police on the street.
Oh,
ए साहब,
my.
मारने का नहीं, पैसा लेने का, पैसा लो, मारने का नहीं, हाथ नहीं उठाने का.
Uh,
Illegal like auto driver. And finally Father Plessy see that my life is going backwards.
uh,
My orphanage found my mother, my father. After 12 years, I went to my family. My father started acting with me the same way as before.
hmm,
I started working in a factory, in a bad chemical factory, in acid company. My
hmm.
hand start to get destroyed. My mother one day slapped me, and I lose my temper because by the time I'm not anymore that, I mean,
You're
a
not a
5 years
child
old
anymore.
child
Yeah, yeah.
anymore. I could kill anybody. And I said, Ma, if you hit me one more time and this man raised me hand, this man will be in a pieces. So tell him, careful. Adult 18, 19, I mean 17, 18 was very fire, lot of angers, lot of bitterness.
Hmm.
All when someone done something bad to you and again try to do the bad thing is fire like a
Yeah,
volcano.
absolutely. Yeah.
And finally, I did not raise my hands. I calmly went out and decided to live on the street, live in the street for 1 year. Father
Uh-huh.
Plessy saw me that going in the wrong direction. He
Right.
found me a job with a very famous artist called Eustace Fernandez. I become his Man Friday, and being his Man Friday, I when I went to work with him, I did not have a shoes properly. I went on the cycle, Andheri to
Mm.
Bandra all the way. Arrived to his house, was 3 bedroom apartment, beautiful balcony, gardens, nice art, sofa. Never seen the house in my life in such a beautiful art way,
Oh. Huh, huh.
First time I see something. My best friend Suresh working there, he knew that I'm living on the street, so he did not wanted to me to leave me on the street. So he told Father
Hmm.
Plessy, Father, please take Amin here. I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to do Navy or Army. I want to join.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
finally I went because Father Eustace always take every year one boy or every
Okay.
2 years one boy,
From
train them how to
Snezerden.
speak English.
Okay.
Yeah, from Snehasadan, train them
Okay.
how to speak in English because
Okay.
also Eustace worked for Snehasadan.
Okay.
And finally, I working with Eustace as the Man Friday. I didn't even know what was the Man Friday stand for, but now I understand what is a Man Friday. Man Friday means everything I have to do: cleaning,
Okay.
washing, driving, everything I should do whatever he asked
Mm-hmm.
me to do.
Right.
I cannot
Right.
say. 1 second, ma'am, if you don't mind.
No problem.
So I start working with him and I begin to realize my English was I'm coming, you going, you waiting, you sitting. That is the kind of my English. I was very rude. I was very harsh. Not
Oh,
because I wanted to be rude or harsh. This is what the life teach me. If you don't protect yourself, nobody protect you.
nobody will. Exactly. Exactly.
Nobody cares about you in this world. People
Right.
talking about actions, words, better world. But
Hmm.
nobody want to put their hands to make the better world.
Better world.
Everybody expecting the world to be a better place, but nobody working to make a
Nobody
better
is
place.
working towards it.
You know,
Exactly.
it's maybe you can say, I will say 99% people just living for living. One
Uh-huh.
person in the world working to make a better world. I mean, look,
That's it.
one person is more stronger than 99%.
True. True.
So for
Yeah,
me, it's more
absolutely.
powerful, it's more better, it's more beautiful than 99% just live like animal life. Eat, drink, sleep, shit, go out, do what you want. Oh, world, oh, this is happening. Oh, what is happening? Oh, this happening. Come on,
But
people.
there is no action
All
towards it. Yeah.
humanity,
Right.
all the world, all of us, we need whatever your need is my need. All
True.
of our need is exactly the same good. Nobody want bad. When
Right.
something happening bad, is our responsibility. No matter what
To make
wall,
it
what
better.
religion you talk
Yeah.
about, we have to break in this wall, break this uh, ideas, and get together in humanity. Nothing is better in this world better than humanity. And
Humanity.
then finally, I work with you, Stace. 4 years later, I start to begin to speak a little English.
Uh-huh.
And after 4 years, Eustace asked me first time. I start to meet people from all around the world. And the first time Eustace asked me on Christmas, "Hey, Amin, what do you want for Christmas when we are going to church at
Huh.
middle midnight mass?" And I told him, "Sir, I have everything much more than I can imagine. I
Uh-huh.
have a new shoes, I have new pants, I have a new watch, I have so many new t-shirts. Your friends had been so kind to me. Every time anybody is coming from any part of the world, they always give me
They
a
get
present.
me. Yeah.
This is something is beautiful and don't need anything."
Hmm.
And he said, "No, Ami, I want you to ask what you want." And then I asked him, he went to the church, he came at mass, I opened the door for him. He and his friend sit down in the car and I start driving and he said, "Merry Christmas, Amin." I said, "Merry Christmas,
Merry
sir."
Christmas.
And he said, "What do you want for Christmas, Amin?" I told him, "Sir, take me to Spain, Barcelona." And he said, "Sorry?" I said, "Sir, take me to Spain, Barcelona." "Did you drunk? Did you lost your mind?"
Huh,
I
huh.
say, "No, I did not drunk. I did not lost my mind. You asked me what I want. I'm telling you what I want." While I'm driving, he's telling his friend, "Did you see that? So bloody being a driver, he don't have 2 rupees in his pocket. He want to go to Spain. Can you imagine?"
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I stopped the car and I said, "Sir, I'll be a bloody driver rest of my life. This is my reality. No problem
Hmm.
for me.
Hmm.
You ask me what I want. I told you what I want. If you do not want to give me, you just say, 'No,
No.
sorry, I cannot give you. ask me anything else.
Yeah.
But big bloody driver, being not 2 rupees in a pocket, I says, I do have 2 rupees pocket, and I give you many time 20 rupees, 30 rupees, whatever you asking. You know, there's no problem.
Exactly. Huh.
And then I said, it's okay, it's fine. And I start to cry. I just came home. I put wine, cakes, and everything.
Ah.
Went to sleep. And then he came in the middle of night. He kicked me like this. He say, "Hey, take your Christmas present." I said, "I don't want. You keep it. I don't need it. It's okay."
Huh.
He said,
Hmm.
"Don't be so stubborn. I've been designing for last 1 hour for you, please." And when I opened that Christmas card, it said, when I opened it, it said, "Merry Christmas, I mean, 2003, 27 April, we go to Barcelona." I
Oh.
start crying more. I hug him and I start
Oh.
dreaming. And yeah, that's it. That's the biggest change of my life. And from that moment, start dreaming Barcelona. And the first time ever going so many years, all my life, from the childhood to adult, being looking at the plane, looking at the air hostess, looking at thinking what happened. All the people are coming so happy with the suitcase. What happened behind
What
this door?
happens there?
I never. And when I enter and then realize everything is so special, everything's so beautiful, the first thing I begged in the counter, I said, "This is my first flight ticket. Can you give me a window?" And Eustace slapped me and he said, "Never beg again. We are three people and you will have a window yourself." I said, "No, sir. I want window for me." I got window all the night. I did not sleep. I scream a very loud when the plane charged because being as a child, I always told my friends that one day I want to see my Bombay from the sky.
From above, yeah.
And when I see Bombay from the sky was only shining like a star, the light, small light. I
That's
did not
it.
see anything. And it was some magical all night. I was the arrived to Milan, everything was so clean, everything was so people was so boots, suit, jacket, stylish. And it was like, wow, it's so clean. We can sleep here on the floor. Shut up, man. Keep talking. We have to take other flight. Keep we keep walking and talking, and then we arrived to the other counter, other Milan to Barcelona. We first time we saw the
Right.
snow in the mountain. I start screaming in the flight, "Sir, look at the snow." And Eustace smiled at me and he said, "I mean, enjoy." When I arrived to Barcelona, when we went out of the airport, his sisters and family came to pick up us. And 45 minutes to 1 hour drive, when we arrived to city, what hit me here, I did not see any child on the road. I did not see any family on the road. And we stopped in a traffic signal and I told, "Sir, the country we come from, we talk about spirituality, we talk
Hmm.
about humanity, we talk about sentence, nice movie, nice writing, nice hoarding board. Why we disconnect with our reality?" My boss told me, "I mean, the world is different." I said, "But difference are nice, one, two, three, but such a huge difference." And that make me is something, it hit me here and hit me. And when start going to people and the family and I say, "You don't have a children, you're not married, you're 45 and you're not married, you don't have a child." They say, "Yeah, but we don't have a child just like that, and
Uh-huh.
we have a responsibility. We want to build a home and we want to have a child room."
Hmm.
Then I realized that our children in our country, the most of people bring the child on Allah, on Bhagwan, on God, on the
Yeah.
God name. But the truth, the child are insurance. They are budhape ki lati,
Like
you
true,
know,
true.
my old age stick. And
Hmm.
I realized that what a big mistake we are doing. We not because we want to become a father or parents to make the world have flowers, have gardens, the most beautiful.
Right.
It's just who will take care of me when I become old. That
Uh-huh.
was the whole idea. And I start fighting, and it's like, no way. And I was 23, and I start fighting, and I start telling my friends. All my friends was making joke of me. As a kya re, but you have become 23 years old. Look at my child is 10 years old, 7 years old, and look at you. You're not even married. You're getting
Huh.
old. You're not. I was like, but I am doing whatever I wanted to do. I being with the girl whoever I wanted. I being wherever I wanted to be a Spanish girl, Catalan girl, French girl, Indian girl, whatever I wanted.
Uh-huh.
So my life was very happy flowers. I was a tour guide in Bombay. Everybody started writing articles on me from all around the world. I started to meet people. After 45 days, I came back to Spain. I told my boss, "Sir, I give you my life. You give me my freedom." And he said, "What that means, Amin?" I said, sir, I want to travel. Say, why you want to
Huh,
travel?
huh, huh.
I say, but you have traveled just now for 45 days and you came back. I say,
Mhm.
yes, sir. But I want to travel. I want to save money and I want to travel. I want to do exactly like European people, travel the world, understand the world, leave the world. If not, tomorrow I say, oh yeah, I have three children, four children, I have one big house, I have these, I have that, and you, what do you know? Nothing about the world,
Nothing.
you know.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I want to know the world. And finally, he allowed me, and he understand me. What travel teach? No book, no teacher, no university could teach.
Hmm.
And he realized through my travel he was enjoying more than me. He was old,
Oh.
he could not go places, and it was very beautiful moments that I was sharing with him. Every year I was traveling with my bag. I save money as a tour guide.
Uh-huh.
I buy my own flight ticket. I have a lot of friends in all around Spain in and in France, so I could go all Europe wherever I have friends, you know. And of course, I applied for visa. America rejected me. No problem, reject me. But I want the reason. Three times they reject me, but I apply. UK reject me twice. Canada reject me. I said, but I'm not going to stop until they give me a
Exactly.
reason
Yeah.
why I want to
Absolutely.
travel, because I'm a street boy, because my background is from slum, because I'm a living in orphanage. Okay, that's my reality. I am my reality is
Uh-huh.
front of you. If you know my reality, you accept my reality and allow me to be as you. You know,
That's it. That's
that's
it.
it.
But how
I
did
have a
you?
right to travel as every human being, as you can travel because you have money. Okay, I have my flight ticket
Absolutely.
money. I have my expend money. If you don't like what I'm doing there, you catch me with through your police and put me back, and that's it. You know. So
And then, but
travel
how
make
did
me.
this whole idea of what do you call the library? You know, the just the concept
That's
of
what I was going
yeah,
to tell you. That so when in
yeah.
Spain I went, my restaurant, cafe, nobody I see judgment. You know,
Uh-huh.
like when I went here as a driver, always the waiter judge me. अच्छा driver आपको क्या चाहिए? You know, and I said, ठीक है, I'm a driver, but you don't need to tell me I'm a
Tell
driver,
me exactly.
or you don't need
Yeah,
to look at me as I'm a driver.
as
I'm
a
a just
driver.
human being.
Yeah, yeah.
And then 1 day or 2 days, 3 days, I listen, and then 4 days, and the same waiter asked me, हाँ sir, आपको driver आपको क्या चाहिए? मेरा waiter क्या देगा?
Huh?
You know. So I say, remember that. Don't tell me who I am. I
Who
know
I
who I
am.
am. You
Yeah,
want to know who
yeah,
you are. I'm not
yeah.
telling you. I'm telling you, yes, sir, whatever. Learn,
Huh.
respect each other, because no matter
That's
what
it.
you do, every human being is in a way. Your knowledge is better than mine is not means you are better than me,
Right,
or you're
right.
bigger than me,
Hmm.
or you are educated because of the certificate, not because it make you. You don't even know how to make food, but I know how
Exactly.
to make the food. So, you go in online, oh, I cannot cook because I'm too educated.
Huh,
Okay, you order
huh.
the food and you eat the plastic, eat like a cancer and die soon. You know? So what is the sense? So, this is how our human natures. When you
True,
are
true.
above some one knowledge, you always want to put other one down because you think you are better monkey
You're
than other
better than the
monkeys.
other. Exactly.
And
Yeah,
then other
yeah.
monkey want to say, hey, listen, my bum is red, so don't make me. Every monkey bum is red. No matter what you do, no matter what you are, no matter which color you are, no matter what you believe, humanity bigger, better. There's
That's
nothing
one.
better than
Yeah,
humanity.
yeah, yeah. That's one.
Nothing better than humanity.
Absolutely.
There's the best temple, there's the best religion any human can carry on in his life.
True.
And that's what I saw the music, concert, library. And that's how the idea came. And I said, many children, when they go out of the orphanage, 18, 19, 20, nobody want to take care of them.
Hmm.
As long they're a child, everybody want to take care of it. The moment they become 18, government want to throw them out.
Right,
People want to
right.
throw them out of the orphanage. Example, these children have no families. These children have no ideas. These children have no idea what. You have took them from the bad life, you teach them the good life, and you tell them now you manage.
That's it. Yeah.
How can you manage until you find a tracks? Because being in myself, if Father Plassey had did not found me a job, I am sure I could be a criminal. I could be in the jail. I may be married to
Anything.
some
Yeah.
3, 4 women. I could maybe have
Exactly.
4, 5, 10 children. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe my
yeah.
my language was not this what I'm talking today.
Hmm.
My
True,
language was
true.
could be killing people or robbing people or
Hmm.
cheating people or how to lie people. You know. So I think it's very important. And then when 7 years I traveled, Eustace died with the cancer.
Yeah.
I lost the best father. I lost the best friend. I lost the best boss ever I met in my life. And the idea came, I want to build Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe. Why Bombay to Barcelona? Because it was my first flight ticket Bombay to Barcelona.
Ah,
And I wanted to make
okay.
it in reality, Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe. Why
Uh-huh.
Library Cafe? The book can be donated by people from around the world.
Hmm.
So people, we don't take any book until they write in the book why they recommend this book to read to the world. Because that book becomes so special because you recommend your feeling why
Why
people
it's
should read this
important.
book.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that book becomes so value, more value than you can buy in the market. you know so we do live concert, we do book discussion. I start to explain everybody the ideas. People said, very nice, I mean, congratulations, all
Uh-huh.
the best, God bless you. But no person I see, or from around the world, I'm working as a tour guide or listening to my
Hmm.
friend, my best people around me, or best people I know who love me the most. I start, very nice, all the best, I mean, God bless you.
That's it.
Some of my friends, because they love me, they told me, Kya, you're mad. You have your own apartment. You have your own tour guide job. Why are you wasting your time? Get married. You're getting old. You look already 32, 33. You're not thinking on these. What is going on in your head? You're getting crazy. You're getting as older. You're getting more crazy. So, okay. I say, if you're crazy for good, why not to be crazy? But
Mm-hmm.
if you're crazy for bad, I think I don't want to be that crazy.
Right, right.
So finally, Martha Miguel, one day on 2010, I remember she called me. She was my client 2 days in
Uh-huh.
Mumbai, and she is a doctor in Spain. And she said, "Hey, Amin, Bon Nadal. Bon Nadal means Merry Christmas." I
Uh-huh.
mean, I write the book, and she built a hospital in Odisha where people walk for 12 hours to arrive to
Oh,
hospital.
okay.
And she built a hospital in Nepal in the middle of the mountain where people walking for 2 days to arrive to the
To
hospital.
arrive at the hospital.
Okay.
Oh,
And she wrote the book and she sell it and build electricity for 24 hours in both hospital. I said,
okay.
Martha, you're a doctor. How is possible you write the book? She said, are you tonto or ke? Tonto means are you mad or what?
Huh.
You know, anybody can write the book. I
Huh.
sit down, I wrote the book, and this is the book what you have with you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
No
what I
idea.
have.
Never read any book in my life.
Huh.
No understand. But
Uh-huh.
yes, I think I'm very genius, very smart. I start writing the book without grammar, without spelling. I wrote the book. And where I have to say save the book, I said don't save the book. I lost the book. The
Oh.
second time, after 6 months, I made the same mistake. The second time, I broke the wire, punched the computer, and then I sit down, crying in the wall, hitting myself on the wall. Why I can do this mistake?
Uh-huh.
And then the voice came internal me and said, Amin, if you don't believe what you believe, don't ask the world to believe in you.
Uh-huh.
And I finished the book, write the book. Thanks to Dilip D'Souza, Vibha Kaman, Delphine Mozin, Sahir, Aina Ponjulupi, who did the
Uh-huh.
book, designed the book, and did the grammar and spelling of the book.
Yeah.
And finally, when I have the book, I went to the publisher. Nobody want to publish the book. I publish it myself. I went to the bookshop. Sir, please, can you sell my book? 40%, 37%, 35%.
Hmm.
I said, sir, take 20%, but sell my book.
Sell my book. Yeah.
Nobody. Again, I stopped. I remember I was in Marine Drive and I said, I mean, what you did as a child, I beg. What you did when you went out of the Snehasadan, I sold a newspaper and traffic signal.
Hmm.
I carry my book and I start begging on traffic signal. Hello, sir. You can give me 5 rupees, 10 rupees, so you can buy a book. I want to build Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe. And start walking, talking for 6.5 years. Then people start seeing on Facebook, start inviting me for talks in Spain, in France.
Hmm.
And finally, my book came English, Spanish, French, Catalan, German, Hindi, Marathi, Hebrew, Italian. Now it's coming in Japanese.
Oh
You know,
my.
so my book is in 10 language, sold 26,000 copy. Six language is my own publication. And finally, French got publication also. Here is the French and German. You can see in the book,
Oh, so
French
that's
and
the,
German
the that's the
officially.
latest version, right?
No, no, they are published 6, 7 years ago. So I have 10
Okay.
language, you know.
Oh.
So that's how I published the book and sold the book, build a cafe in Bombay and build a cafe in a Gunda area, in a mafia area.
Uh-huh.
People was talking, kya be? What bay? You're making a Taj Mahal or what? I build a cafe out of garage, nothing. Today, one of the most beautiful cafe I built. Run the cafe. Everybody laugh at me. No idea, and that's how Maria Antonia Papa Carlos came from Spain and help and set up. Cafe
Uh-huh.
run for very beautiful for 3 years. Shut down in 10 minutes. Landlord took 3 crores loan. He did not inform us. Bank came and sealed the cafe. That day, I want to become a Terminator, kill every single person in front of me. You know. But then again, I said, I mean, this is not your dream. This is not your wish. Beg
Right.
again. Whatever I save in my tour guide for last 25 years for my retirement, I
Uh-huh.
remove all the money from my mutual fund. I build a cafe, 27 lakh, I got donation. I build a second, 3 times bigger than first one.
Right.
I think where you have been, that was the
Yes,
first new
yes.
cafe. And then cafe run, again the highest rating cafe. Then 6 months later, COVID came, shut down the cafe for 1 year and a half. 40
Oh,
lakh rupees mortgage. I almost suicide in COVID.
yeah. So, I mean, I would
Okay.
like to know from you that how did you end up gathering the kind of funds to start up a Bombay to Barcelona Library Cafe?
So basically, is my book sold on traffic signals, beg donations,
Uh-huh.
and finally I built a cafe in reality. And that's the
Uh-huh.
second cafe. What you see that the first cafe we built by donation and begging. The
Uh-huh.
second one was my saving for my retirement. I saved it,
Uh-huh.
but then that one I remove it and 27 lakh we got donation. We build it, and
Okay.
until now
Okay.
we have build a cafe, and then COVID came.
Mm-hmm.
After COVID, like I almost suicide, but
Hmm.
that I told you the angels work.
Uh-huh.
And finally we get Netflix shooting at 3 days. We charge them around 15 lakhs, and then
Oh.
we half of the money we pay, and then owner allow us to run the cafe. Now running the cafe, and we have changed. So the cafe running for last 6 years and a half, and
Uh-huh.
we have changed almost 60 children life. Plus, I take every year one girl or boy to Spain to change the mindset. The same thing what happened with
With
what my
you.
boss did with.
Mm-hmm.
So until now, I took 7 boys and girls to
Oh,
Spain.
wow.
Out of seven, three are the most successful. One is Khushbu. You met Khushbu,
Yes, I've met her.
and she's a fashion designer. She's a public relation, and even her dress designed by Malta top fashion designer, and her dress
Okay.
is in the Buckingham Palace in London. And they give a credit to Khushbu and Malta, Charles and Ron.
Uh-huh.
So this is
Uh-huh.
beautiful of them to take her as a giving her support and teaching her how the modeling work, how
Exactly.
the fashion work and design work, and she been into Malta also, as an internship. So my
Oh.
children are amazing. I mean, that's what the whole idea what I try to tell children. What the
Mm-hmm.
world do, don't do. What the world do is very bad.
Mm-hmm.
Teach the world what you do. Being
Right.
no family, being a street boy, if you can bring this quality and this. And our cafe is the first cafe, everyone has same salary, same values. And we are the
Uh-huh.
first cafe globally, we never charge anyone taxes. We pay taxes by ourselves,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Because
Oh.
what I told you is everybody learn educate to lie people. How to
Hmm.
lie, how to cheat. Where is the education building the humanity and equality? What is
Right.
really education? For me,
Right.
the real education is humanity and equality. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
cares. From the top to down, across the country, across the globe,
Right.
everybody is lying. Everybody
True.
lying. I'm so sorry, but everybody lying. And I
That's
think it's not
reality.
nice when you can't be a good to the world and you said you want a better world. I think it's our responsibility to make a better world. You
True.
know,
True. True. It
we
starts
can't
from
ask the world
us.
to be a better place. We can't ask the world to be a better place when you don't want to do anything
Do
good
it.
for the world. You know,
Absolutely.
the good
Absolutely.
is something is unconditioned should be not because you're doing and you should be receiving.
Right.
So my biggest karma had happened in all this project is my best friends, all the best people around my angel. My
Uh-huh.
biggest gift is my karma is my wife and my son,
Ah, okay.
who
Uh-huh.
my wife is a Spanish who left everything after reading my book.
Uh-huh.
And she's here. She's my other hero, my backbone. She
Uh-huh.
stand by me. She always liked to be on the back side. She never liked to be
Uh-huh.
in the front side. So one of the best gift I always said when you are unconditioned, when you're doing something, not because you want something,
Right.
you will be always happy. Now I
True.
cannot looking at the people, and I've been traveling the world wherever I could, and Look at in my plate, everything I have out of all the bad thing is only good thing.
Good things.
You know,
Exactly.
first because I
Exactly.
worked for it. Second, because I never worked for because I wanted that, not
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to have exclusive luxury life and thinking, oh, how to lie people, how to cheat people.
Hmm.
And yes, and now I am building my biggest project is I'm building the 5 home for 5 children
Uh-huh.
of my cafe. That means my 5 children, when they have a home, their 5 children will not go on the street. You know,
Oh,
I always believe that I am not a god or machine to change the world, but
right.
when you change one life, you change the world
You
for better.
change.
You know,
Exactly. Exactly. And
and that's what my action. And hopefully, one day we'll have our own cafe. We pay very high rent,
uh-huh.
so we are working hard to build our own cafe. And if we have our own cafe in the future, maybe my children will never go on the street. Cafe will
Exactly.
continue on, no matter what
Absolutely.
come, no matter who come, no matter who believe or not believe. The
It's all
cafe
the
can be
same.
go
It's all
on
the
and on.
same.
Yes, and
So,
we are. I mean, this is people think, oh, really? Oh, this street boy, this garbage boy, uneducated, Satvi class pass, done that. So much
yeah,
ego
yeah,
people
yeah, yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, sometime I go to give a
It's a
talk in a
mindset.
corporates in a like a very nice style, and
Huh.
it's all criminal. You know, sitting in air condition, want to have a better world. Sitting at the
True.
sofa, want to change the TV channel and want to have a better world.
Better world. It doesn't
So
work. It
sorry,
doesn't work.
not possible.
It doesn't work.
Until you don't get down the shit to clean the shit, nothing can be a
Exactly.
better in this world. You know, and I'm
Absolutely.
very straightforward. I don't care what people think about it.
Right.
But I only say, being a garbage boy, a Satvi class, ulti party, municipality
Mhm.
pass, if I can bring this transformation, the world can do better than me.
Better
If
than that.
not,
Exactly.
shut up
Exactly.
and don't talk about change. And other thing, yes, we are not talking for talking. Actions are every day. Every day I'm begging
True.
still.
Hmm.
Never give up. I never
Right.
take a salary because
Uh-huh.
my wife taking care of us.
Ha.
And if any child will tell you in the cafe that brother taking salary, I will leave the cafe because they know
Hmm.
very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
That's
just
how
want
it
to do
is.
whatever I believe, whatever I miss in my life, I build it in reality. Any child in our cafe can come from the street, from slum,
Mhm.
1 year to 14 years old, free muffin, free hot chocolate, free sandwiches. You
So
know,
nobody
any
goes
handicapped
empty.
person, yeah, any handicapped person can come, have free lunch and dinner at the cafe.
Oh, absolutely.
You
That's
know,
beautiful.
so whatever I miss in my life, I build it in reality to tell the world all is possible to change.
Exactly.
If you can go to the moon, we don't need to go to the moon. We can
It's
see
right there.
outside our home,
Yeah.
people have nothing to eat, nothing to be.
So
And
we
I think we
start
need to
from there.
focus basic thing, then the exclusive thing, you know,
Exactly. And then
because the basic things are exclusive thing in life.
exactly, absolutely. For somebody that this is a basic need is an exclusivity for someone else. So that's where it starts. I mean, let me ask you something. Do you, as we speak today, do you have any regrets in life? Any one regret that you could talk about?
I will like to make the world more green than ever you can imagine.
So you feel that you
This
can
is
still
only
do better
my
and
regret,
better.
and this is only my dream, and my children knows very well.
Uh-huh.
And I'm trying to tell them that I want to build. Our original cafe was farm to plate,
Hmm.
you know, because in this world, who dying the most is the farmers around the world,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
you know. And what that was the original plan, to tell the world, to show that how we can give, not in the plate the cancer, but we
Hmm.
can give a good quality of food, grow by naturally, freely, you know, of course, freely, but you have to do hard work.
Hard work.
Without hard work,
Absolutely.
you cannot have the best quality food in your plate. And
True.
that's one of
True.
the things, and that's why the children knows, most probably I want to retire. My retirement will be for nature. I want to build a nature and do farming or grow. I don't know, maybe one day someone say, I mean, take this land, and then I want to show the world that
Right.
how we can do beautiful things. Not only
Hmm.
talking, sitting, oh, I have this dream, I have that dream, or someone say, I want to be astrologist, I want to be pilot, I want to be this, I want. But you know, I give a talk 7,500 college university around the world. Talk
Oh,
like Zoom
huh,
call,
huh,
face to
right.
face.
Yeah.
Most of my question to all the children in the college in the city, and I ask, what do you want to be? Many children say, I want to be doctor, I want to be a scientist, I want to be architecture, I want to be, but no child said, I want to be a farmer.
Hmm.
You know, 20 years from now, the biggest war we'll have is for water. 20 years,
True,
not far away,
true,
20
true,
years.
true.
The biggest war we'll have. No human being has the right to sell water. We are the only cafe that don't sell water. We give water
Ah,
free
free.
because no human being has the right to sell water.
Sell water.
You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nobody, but
Absolutely.
nobody fighting and saying, hey, stop selling the
Stop
water.
it.
But we are buying the water. Soon be buying oxygen. Soon in COVID, it proof that we start
Exactly.
buying oxygen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Absolutely.
it proved, and in COVID, nobody could afford to get the oxygen even though they have money.
They have
You
money.
know,
True, true,
so
true.
what we are
It was a
talking about.
scarce resource at that point.
So I
And
think if you can calculate, valuate the money, human lives, calculate, valuate the thing, the basic thing every human being need. All of us need the same. You breathe, I breathe. You eat, I eat. You need home, I need home. Everybody need the
exactly,
same. And the biggest home
exactly.
is the planet. We are killing the planet by our idea of exclusive,
Hmm.
super smart city, super smart ideas. But it's all fall.
It's all false.
We forgot. I always try to tell in every college and every university, don't try to be a father and mother of nature.
Mhm.
A real father and mother is a real nature. One
Right.
day, if she slap you, we
Hmm.
float like a dust.
True,
We
true.
just float like a dust. And
That's
she
it.
telling again and again, take care of me, take care of me, take care of me. But we are so selfish, unconscious that we don't care about it.
We don't care about
We
it.
don't care about it. We care nothing. We care about the light what we see in front of us. That is a fall light we have created by ourselves. You
Cells.
know, and we
Absolutely.
don't see the real light, how the sun getting affected, how the earth getting affected. This is all unconscious, and I this is what I wrote a poem that's,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that you have read it in the
Yeah,
book
yeah, yeah,
up
yeah.
to
I've
that
seen
where
it.
I explain
Yes,
in
I've
my
seen
book,
that. I've seen that. Yeah.
and this is the real home, my
Mm-hmm.
friends. This is real home, real place. This is the only home, only God we have in life that to hold and to go on for future. If we believe in future, if not, we're killing our own future by ourselves. We are nobody killing our future, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I
And
don't want to be a monkey see, monkey do. I always said, if I can, I think you can do better than me. You know,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
think you're smart, if you think you're genius, walk with me,
Work it.
stand by me.
Exactly.
Let's
Exactly.
build, let's build humanity and equality in everybody, and that's what we try to teach our children,
Our
and that's what
children,
we try to
abs.
feed our children. And if you don't give a children a better example, you can't ask children to be a better example for yourself,
For yourself.
because you are a
Absolutely.
mirror for your children, for your daughter, for your son,
For
whatever
exactly.
you believe, whatever power you have. Your power will not going to be forever. One day you have to leave everything, and that's what only thing I learned 20 years ago. None of us will take in life, but one of the most beautiful gifts of human being, always we can give back.
We can
You
give
know,
back. We can
when
give back.
someone learn that, that person will be always happy. He'll be never
True.
sad. He'll be never regret. He will be never disappointed.
Disappointed.
So my regret, yes, I want to build a green, a louder and a wider space
Uh-huh.
one day. And until now, I have a dream board. Whether you think you can or you can't,
Uh-huh.
either way you ride. I feel
Mm-hmm.
good and happy because I'm alive. The day I don't
Uh-huh.
wake up, the dream doesn't matter to me. And this is
Wow.
one of the things I want to do is to make around me as much green possible. And if you see the cafe, 70% green we have put around the cafe.
Around it. Exactly. Yes,
So
yes,
if you
yes.
sit down in my cafe, you sit
Uh-huh.
down any part, any windows,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you will
yeah,
see from
yeah.
the window green. And I'm not joking. I'm not talking.
Hmm.
You go
Hmm.
to Instagram, you go to, if you're smart,
Yeah.
people talk about smart,
Uh-huh.
smartphone, smart. The people who doing the good in this world, only 5 people like. If you put sexy dance,
Uh-huh.
1 million likes. If you put stupid thing, destroy, killing, a billion trillion likes. You know?
True,
So
true.
this is how the world is, deaf,
That's how
dumb, and
it
blind.
is. Exactly.
So I will only say, if you are human, don't become a deaf. If you're born as a deaf, then it's a different story. But if you're not born as a deaf and dumb, then please try to act in your action by
Exactly.
putting
By doing
yourself,
it.
every small power is a big power
It's
for
a big
everybody.
power. Exactly. And then
And every power count in a way to move everything we want to do something beautiful and good. Good live forever.
good. Goods.
If you remove
Exactly.
one ego problem, it's real God of the good. you know.
True, true,
Uh,
true. And then also,
so
like if I were to ask you, any message that you would like to give to the generation today for children who are so easily trying to give up on life or on things to do, how would you
I
encourage them?
say I'm not the messenger or I'm not the person to give. There are more
Uh-huh.
beautiful people in this world, in this planet has been,
Uh-huh. Hmm.
came and have done a beautiful job and beautiful work, beautiful message. Mother Teresa, Gandhi,
Hmm.
all these are great. Father Plassey, greatest people. Father Plassey changed 41,000 children life in
Hmm.
52 years. Though I am nobody to give you a message, but
Right.
yes, I learned one thing that I will tell you that I said before also. If you do not believe, don't ask the world to believe in you.
Right.
Whatever you believe is fine, as long you believe to make the life better, not to kill. I think it's the most beautiful things you can do, you know. And that's what I
Exactly.
believe. One day I don't
Exactly.
wake up, nothing will matter to me, nothing I will take. But what is the matter? The people who love me the most, and that's where I will live again in
Uh-huh.
them, you know.
True.
So people
And
can't live forever, but by what you do, you can
that's what
create your
counts.
environment to leave something beautiful and leave behind something
Right.
messageable and unconditional love that someone can reflect and feel to you, and you can live again forever, you know. And
Absolutely.
that's what the good has been living from the past to the present, you know.
Present. Exactly.
So I don't believe the people live inconsciously. I don't like when the world becoming so deaf and dumb and
Hmm.
blind.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
don't believe our leaders becoming careless. I don't like this kind of. We all have to fight against all the leaders,
Hmm.
all the globally. We have to get connected together. I think that's the power we have today with technology,
Hmm.
and thank you
That's
for
true.
the creating the technology to people that we can create today huge impact. Wrong information to remove from the technology, good
Right.
information to
Good
feed
information.
technology and fight, connect every human being. Doesn't matter you good, bad, black, white,
Doesn't
whatever you
matter.
believe, religion. So it's okay, you know. No
Exactly.
matter what you
Exactly.
do, we can all change together. If
We can
not,
all change together.
live in your four walls and try to change your TV channel. It's, oh, the world is so bad. Oh, the world is so. Yeah, because you being crazy part of the crazy because you're sitting at home and
You're
doing
sitting at home
nothing.
doing nothing
And
about it.
yeah, you're doing nothing and you
Absolutely.
want the world, and tomorrow is somebody else burn the house, but tomorrow your turn will come because
Hmm.
if someone else you have not been stand and you allow and watch to burn the houses, tomorrow your
Right.
house will burn too.
Burn as well.
Fire is not
Exactly.
fire is for everybody same. Today she's going to burn with someone, you're going to burn also. If not,
That's
the
it.
water will wash you in one shot in every single thing. So no matter what you build, what empire you build, important to build a good thing for every human being need in this planet.
And you should
Good
start today.
hospital, good place, good education should be free for every human nature. That's it. We
It's a
can't
basic
sitting at
right.
home talking about change. You know, today education is one of the biggest business in the world. You know,
Absolutely.
and I think
Absolutely.
it's I am sorry, but whoever is educated and whoever's watching to me, I think it's a big mistake what you're doing, being educated, putting yourself in a high position, and you're not ready to fight inequality in humanity. And I think this is something all of us need.
We
I
need
am
it.
not educated, but I am standing by making sure that no child should be on the street. Because
True.
no child
Hmm.
has a right to be on the street,
Right.
and nobody has a right to put the child on the street.
On the street.
And that's it.
Absolutely.
So
That's it.
I am no messenger. I'm nobody. Today I'm exist. Tomorrow I die. Who knows? Who cares? But yes, what I
But you
feel, what
want,
I do.
yeah, you want to make an impact before it's too late.
Yeah, and I am nobody to change anybody's life. I even tell my children, I give you opportunity. You show me you want to change your life. I'm not going to change your life.
Right.
You have opportunity, you need to change it. If you don't believe in opportunity and you got opportunity and you still grumble and complain, then I'm so sorry, dear. Don't ask for
Exactly.
opportunity because opportunity God give everybody. When you are open your eye, when you are listening, everyone has a talent is in own way. And
Absolutely.
everyone like someone like the color, someone like the beauty, someone like the singing, someone like the food. Everyone has something to do. And that's the whole idea of the building the cafe. So children cannot be educated, but they are good giving you something in the best in your
In the
plate.
best.
And
Exactly.
that's the proof. If you have been to cafe, if
Hmm.
you have tasted the food, you tell me that this cooked by a street child who has no knowledge about the
No
food.
knowledge. Exactly. No, no, no.
So you
Absolutely.
can
I
see the
I
food,
agree.
my food, children eating, and you go to Google and write Bombay to Basuna. You read the review and you say, what? How can somebody can write a review? Because these reviews come from the heart, not from the
Heart.
pocket.
True.
That's the
True.
beauty of it. Because we never achieve the money, but we achieve the love that is come from the heart. And that's one of the most beautiful things what I try to tell children. Look, love you can never buy. You can buy pleasure to treasure on the bed, but you can never buy someone love in the bed. Remember
That's
that.
it. That's it. That's
And
it.
that's it. That's the life. Life is
Thank
beautiful.
you.
And you have problem. You are in depressed. You have problem. You fix your problem because no one will fix your
No one will
problems.
fix it. No
You
one
know.
will fix
But
it.
if you're complaining, oh, this one came and put me this, my dear friend, people did to me a lot. Me, people did a lot of
Huh.
things, punch me, break me, kill me. I was dying every day.
Hmm.
But today I
Hmm.
live every day.
I live
And
every
that's the
day.
difference between
Absolutely.
dying and living. So I'm
True.
gifted. The day I don't wake up from the bed, you're just one piece of meat. Somebody
That's
push you
it.
in the ground, somebody push you in the fire, somebody push you in the gutter. Who cares? Doesn't matter
Oh,
to me.
thank you. Thank you.
That's
I
it,
think,
ma'am. Thank you. If I can, you
I
can.
mean, thank
And our
you.
cafe is because of you. You can go through if you're
Absolutely.
smart. Look at your smartphone.
Yeah,
Type Bombay
yeah.
Basna Library Cafe or a street boy, Amin Sheikh. I'm still a street boy
Absolutely.
and I will be street boy until I die.
So
Okay?
before we part ways, I just wanted to let my listeners know that this is the book that we are talking about. I have a copy of this book with
Please,
me.
yeah, don't
Uh,
buy in Amazon. I will request
yes.
everybody.
So
Go
I
to our
am
website www.iambecauseofyou.com. You can buy a book
absolutely
in that. That money go
okay.
to cafe. In Amazon, the money doesn't come to us.
It doesn't
So
come
please
to
don't buy in
you.
Amazon
Exactly. And
and
this is
try to
worth
buy it
a
in our
read.
website. Yes.
Absolutely. I have read this book and it's worth a read. There's so much to learn from this book. So, anybody who wants it from me, please feel free to get in touch and I can give it to you. Read the book and then you can return it to me so somebody else can also go through it. Once
Yes,
again,
please. And if you
Amin,
want a copy, you can contact me and I'll send the copy, hard copy.
absolutely.
Because the hard
Thank
copy
you.
before I sold on the traffic signal,
Uh
now
huh.
sold around the world wherever my friends are selling my book in their home, they next door in the cafe. So you
Oh,
want a copy wherever you are, you can ask me, and I'm sure I can get you near a country wherever you are living, and we can
thank
get it the
you.
book. No
I mean,
problem.
I'm telling you, you've
Because
left me speechless. Like this
no,
conversation is
ma'am, no,
going to stay with me
it's
for a very long time. And I'm so
it's
glad
okay,
that
ma'am.
my husband and
Feelings.
I managed to come to your cafe. And I mean, it was just a
No, it's
random walk.
I tell every table if I was there, I'll tell you one simple thing. You can eat everywhere in the restaurant,
Huh.
but the good thing you feed my children.
Ah,
Coming to my cafe,
absolutely.
you feed my children. You give them home, you give them dream, you give them opportunity to be what they want to
What
be.
they want to
So for
be.
me, every client from morning to evening, I only say one thing. Thank you for feeding my children.
My children.
This is my
Thank
responsibility.
you.
They are not
Thank
my
you.
slave. They are not my servant. They are not the waiters. They are my children,
Children,
you know,
absolutely. And I
and
pray
that's
from
it.
the bottom of my heart that you get the resources, the help, the strength to
It's
continue
okay.
doing what you do for these children. Thank you for
Thank you,
talking to
ma'am.
us
Thank
on
you.
Win Back Banter, Amin, and we'll be in touch for
Thank
sure.
thank you, ma'am.
Thank you and have a
Bye.
good
Take care.
day.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Bill Gates once said that as we look ahead into the next century, leaders will be those who empower others. In my opinion, Amin Sheikh is definitely one of them. And with that, we come to the end of a much awaited episode. You can find me on Insta. My ID is Bin Bag Banter with Bansi Bhatt. On Facebook, my ID is Bansi Bhatt. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I suggest you do that right away. It is, of course, Bin Bag Banter with Bansi Bhatt only because we have so much in store for you. And of course, Bin Bag Banter is now on Spotify. It's now on Google Podcasts, not forgetting Anchor FM. So you can listen to us on any of these platforms. Thank you so much for listening and watching us. Love you all.